Good morning to all of you. In previous session, we have seen cross correlation of discrete time signal. We have discussed the two types of correlation, that is cross correlation and autocorrelation. Right? So we have also seen to identify or to compare two discrete time signals, we can use correlation operation. So today we'll go through one example. We'll try to solve that example and identify the correlation result of two different signals. Okay, that means we are identifying the cross correlation. Okay, so here is the example. So in this example, two discrete time signals are given, that is x of n and y of n. So here these two signals, that is x of n, y of n, are given discrete time signals, and we have to identify the cross correlation of these two sequences. As discussed in previous session, the cross correlation of two signals, that is x and y, is given as rxy of l is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n minus l. Okay, so that is the formula for cross correlation. Okay, we are correlating discrete time signal x and y here. Okay, so obviously you will be identifying the cross correlation for different values of l. Okay, so we are interested in identifying this sequence, that is rxy of l, and l may vary. L will have different values. Okay, that is 0, 1, 2 and so on, as well as -1, -2, -3 and so on. So you have to carry out finding the value of this cross correlation or autocorrelation sequence until you don't get the zero values, right? So this was the formula for cross correlation. In case of autocorrelation, you are correlating same sequence with itself. That means only one sequence will be given, and you are identifying the correlation of the same sequence with itself. And formula for that, rxx of l is equals to n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into x of n minus l. Okay, so these things we have already discussed. Okay, so this was the formula for autocorrelation, and in this problem we have to use this cross correlation formula. Okay, so in solution, again you will write down the given sequences are, right? So you will again specify x of n is equals to and y of n is equals to values, and then for l is equals to 0. Okay, you will be identifying the cross correlation value, right? So for l is equals to 0, you will get rxy of 0 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity, right? X of n into y of n minus 0. N minus 0 means because we are substituting l is equals to 0, so it will be n minus 0, so it will be simply y of n. So here simply these two given sequences are getting multiplied, right? So as we have seen in some earlier sessions, we can directly perform the multiplication by taking the origin samples into consideration. So this 4 get multiplied with 1, then 1 get multiplied with 2, minus 2 multiplied by minus 3, 5 multiplied by 0 and so on. Similarly on negative side, so minus 2 multiplied by 7 and so on. So we can indicate this product sequence for L is equals to 0. I will use here some other notation, V of 0 just for example. So this V of 0 indicates the product sequence when L is equals to 0. Okay. So if I am identifying this sequence here, so simply it will be I will write it down as what sequence you will get simply. So 4 multiplied by 1 will be 4 value at origin, right? Comma 2 multiplied by 1 will be 2, then minus 2 multiplied by minus 3 will be 6, then 5 multiplied by 0 will be 0 and so on, right? Similarly on negative side, so minus 2 multiplied by 7 will be minus 14, okay. Then 2 multiplied by 3 it will be 6, then minus 1 multiplied by minus 1 will be 1, then 2 multiplied by 1 will be 2, The remaining samples are 0, so 0 will be there, right? 0 and so on. So to get the actual value of r x y of 0, finally this product sequence will be added. Okay, the values in the product sequence will be added because there is summation. So we'll be carrying out the addition of these values. So it will be 2 plus 1 plus 6 minus 14 plus 4 plus 2 plus 6. Right? So you will get that is 9. This will be minus 5, this will be minus 1, this will be 1, and 6 plus 1 will be 7. Okay, so the sample in the cross correlation sequence at origin, that is at L is equals to 0, will be 7. Similarly, you can identify it for next for L is equals to 1 on the positive side, or maybe on negative side for L is equals to minus 1. So if I am identifying it for L is equals to 1, so the formula will be Rxy of 1, right? Rxy of 1 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n minus 1. Okay, so the x of n sequence will be taken as it is, right? And y of n, instead of y of n, we are taking n y of n minus 1. Okay, so y of n will be delayed. If it is delayed, then this origin will be shifted to left. Okay, as it is, you can see that the non-zero values in this sequence are ending at n is equals to 3. So if you are delaying it, so these non-zero values in this sequence will be ending at 4. Okay, so it will get delayed by one sample. So you will simply write down the same sequence. Okay, 0 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 0. So this is your y of n. Okay, but in case of y of n minus 1, so this origin will be shifted to left. Okay, so it will be at minus 2 now. Okay, so again, to get the product sequence, that is, you can indicate it as v of 1. So that product sequence can be again identified from multiplying x of n with y of n minus 1. So x of n is the same sequence. So at origin value is 1 here. In this case, at origin value minus 2. So minus 2 multiplied by 1 will be minus 2, right? Comma. Again, next value is 2 in this case. Here value is 4. Okay. So it will be 8. The next value is 1. Here minus 3. So it will be minus 3. Next value is minus 2, right? So minus 2 multiplied by 0 will be 0. So remaining values will be 0, because in this case the all remaining values are 0. So similarly, on negative side it is 2, at minus 1 it is 2. So 2 multiplied by 7 will be 15, right? Next minus 1 multiplied with 3, so it will be minus 3. Next value is 1 here. Okay, so next value is minus 1 in this case, so it will be minus 1. Next is 0, right? All remaining values are 0 in this case, right? So you will get simply 0 result, okay, of multiplication, because here value is 2, but 2 will get multiplied with 0, so it will be 0 and so on. Okay, so this is the required product sequence, and again you will add this sequence to get the value of rxy of 1. Okay, so if I add these values, so what value I will get? So it will be minus 4, it will be 10, 10 minus 2 will be 8, 16, 16 minus 3 will be 13. Okay, so rxy of 1 will be 13 value. So this process you have to continue till you doesn't get the 0 result of this addition and multiplication. Okay, once, because after because when you are increasing the value of L, okay, so as you are increasing it by 2, so, sorry, if you are taking L is equals to 2, so again this origin will get shifted by 2 samples. Okay, at 3 it will be here, at 4 it will be here, at 5 it will be here, and somewhere you will get all zero values. Okay, so you have to continue till you doesn't get the zero result. Okay, so next I'll substitute L is equals to in the equation of cross correlation. So Rxy of 2 will be again summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n minus 2. Okay, so in this case y of n minus 2, again you are delaying the given y of n by 2 sample, so you will be again writing the same sequence as it is 0 0 1 minus 1 0 0 1 minus 1, right? Again there is 2 minus 2, so 2 minus 2, next value is 4 1 minus 2, 4 1 minus 2, next one is 5 0 0. Okay, 5 0 and so on. Okay, so in y of n this origin at 4, so in y of minus 2 you are delayed by 2 sample, so it will be shifted at this 2. Okay, so origin will be here. Again you are multiplying x of n, that is the given input sequence or the original sequence x of n with this delayed sequence y of n minus 2. So I will indicate this product sequence again v of 2, right? At origin it is 2, here at origin 1 is there, so 2 multiplied by 1 will be 2, right, at origin. So similarly minus 2 is there, right? So minus 2 multiplied by 2 will be minus 4, then 4 is there, right? So 4 multiplied by minus 3 will be minus 12, next one is 1, but the remaining values are here 0, so 0 multiplied by any value in this case will be 0, so it will be 0. Okay, at minus 1 it is minus 1 in y of n minus 2, right? So minus 1 get multiplied with 7, so it will be minus 7, right? Then 1 get multiplied with 3, so it will be 3. The remaining values in this case are 0, so irrespective of any value here, so it will be 0 and so on. So again to get this Rxy of 2, you will be again adding these values. Okay, so this will be minus 4 plus 2 will be 6, 6 minus 4 will be 2, right? Then it will be minus 10. Okay, so okay, so here we get 3 minus 7 minus 4 minus 4 plus 2 will be minus 2, minus 2 minus 4 will be minus 6, minus 6 and minus 12 will be minus 18. Okay, so I think I have initially considered as positive, so Rxy of 2 will be minus 18. Similarly for L is equals to 3, you will get again formula Rxy of 3 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n minus 3. Okay, so again this y of n minus 3 will be again the same sequence you will be writing here, that is 0 0 1 minus 1. Okay, here the same sequence is there, only original origin will be, if you are comparing it with y of n minus 2, origin will be only shifted by one position here. If you are comparing it with y of minus sorry y of n, so it will be shifted from 4 to minus 1. Okay, by 3 samples, so 1 minus 1, then 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on, right? So again in this case origin was at 2, so it will be at minus 1, right? So again you will multiply this sequence to get the product sequence y of v of 3, so x of n will get multiplied by y of n minus 3. So at origin it is minus 1, in this case origin it is 1, so minus 1 multiplied by 1 will be minus 1, right? At 1 it is 2, so at 1 it is 2, so 2 multiplied by 2 will be 4, right? Then minus 2 is there, so minus 2 will be multiplied with minus 3 will be 6, then 4 is there, 4 get multiplied with 0. Okay, remaining values are 0 here, so all these values will be 0, comma. Again at minus 1 it is 1, right? So 1 get multiplied with 7, so it will be 7, and the remaining values here are 0, so irrespective of any value here it will be 0, so 0 and so on. Again I will add these values to get the rxy of 3, right? So rxy of 3 will be it will be 6 plus 4 will be 10 plus 6, that will be 16, so rxy of 3 will be 16. Okay, you can write down these values below these sequences. Okay, so as maximum things get covered in the single slide, I am writing likewise. Okay, so similarly for L is equals to 4, you will get formula Rxy of 4 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n minus 4. Okay, so again y of n minus 4 will be again same sequence, right? So it will be 0 0 right, 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on, right? So origin was at minus 1, now it will be at 1. Again it will be delayed by one sample compared to y of n minus 3. Again I will write down the product sequence, that is v of 4 as, again at origin it is one value here, in original sequence that is x of n it is 1, so 1 multiplied by 1 will be 1. So I'll write down the sequence here. So at origin we will get 1, next value is minus 1, here next value is 2, so 2 multiplied by minus 1 will be minus 2, so again next value is 2 in this case, here it is minus 3, 2 multiplied by minus 3 will be minus 6, right? And next value is minus 2 and here it is 0, so remaining values are 0, so all values will be 0. Again here you can find that on negative side every value is 0 in the y of n minus 4, so irrespective of any value here, so it will be 0 after multiplication, so all values will be 0. So again I will be adding these values, so minus 6 minus 2 will be minus 8, so minus 8 plus 1 will be minus 7, so this rxy of 4 will be minus 7. Okay, so this is rxy of 4, right? That is minus 7. Similarly you can identify it for L is equals to 5, so formula will be rxy of 5, again n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n minus 5. Okay, again y of n minus 5 you can write same sequence, that is 0 0 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 1 minus 1 2 minus 2, right? Then 4 1 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 and 5 0 5 0 and so on. Okay, so initially origin in case of y of n minus 4 was at 1, so now instead of 1 it will be at 0 now. Okay, so again you will write down the product sequence as v of 5. So here at origin it is 0 value, here at origin 1 is there, 0 multiplied by 1 will be 0 simply. Okay, next value is 1. Okay, so 1 multiplied by 2 will be 2, next is minus 1, so minus 1 multiplied by minus 3 will be 3, next value is 2, but all remaining values are 0, so here the remaining values will be 0 and so on. On negative side there are all 0 values. Okay, so everything will be 0. Okay. So again I will get the addition as rxy of 5 is equals to, by adding these all values I will get the result as 5, that is rxy of 5 will be 5. Similarly for L is equals to 6, I will get rxy of 6 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n multiplied by y of n minus 6. Again this y of n minus 6 I can write down these values as 0 0 1 minus 1. Again I am writing all these values as it is, 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on, right? So origin was at 0, so again it will be shifted by 1 in left direction, so origin will be at this 0, right? So again it will be get multiplied with the x of n, y of n minus 6 will get multiplied with x of n. So I can write this product sequence as, or indicated as v of 6. So at origin it is 0, so 0 multiplied by 1 will be 0, right? So it will be 0. The remaining values on left hand side are 0, so it will be 0 only on left hand side. I mean this second 0 will get multiplied with 2, right? So it will be 0. Next this 1 will get multiplied with minus 3, okay, so it will be minus 3. Next is minus 1 will get multiplied with 0, so it will be 0 simply. So if you add these values, so you will get rxy of 6, okay, so it will be simply minus 3. So rxy of 6 will be minus 3, right? Okay, so similarly you can identify it for L is equals to 7, but from 7 and onwards you will get the values as 0. You can you can observe these things here. So for n is equals to minus infinity to infinity, x of n multiplied by y of n minus 7 will be there, right? So again I will write here y of n minus 7. So n minus 7 will be again this same sequence will be there, but again it will be shifted by left by one sample. So on left direction by one sample, so it will be 000, right? So 0 0, right? Then 1 minus 1 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on. So if you multiply this sequence, I will indicate this product sequence as v of 7. Again y of n minus 7 get multiplied with x of n, right? So in this case at origin 0 value is there, right? So at origin 1 is there, so again multiplication will be 0 simply, right? On left hand side of this origin all values are 0, so there will be simply 0. At origin again you will get 0, right? At first position again you will get 0 because 0 multiplied with any value will be 0. Again at 0, at n is equals to 2, here 0 is there, so again 0 value will get. At n is equals to 3, here 1 is there, and in this case it is 0, right? So all three values you will get as 0 simply. So rxy of 7 will be 0. So if you identify it for L greater than or equals to 7, all values of rxy sequence you will get it as 0, right? So similarly you have to identify it for negative values of L, okay, that is for L is equals to minus 1 and so on. I will again write down these sequences here, x of n and y of n, so that we don't have to transit to the initial slide. So x of n is 0 0 2 minus 1 3, so it is 0 0 2 minus 1 3 7 1 2 minus 3 7 1 2 minus 3 0 0 and so on, and origin is at 1, okay. So this is at 1, okay, origin at 1. Similarly given y of n is 0 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2, right? 4 1 minus 2 5 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on, okay. So 4 1 minus 2 5 4 1 minus 2 5 originated as 4, right? So origin at 4, okay. So again you have to identify it for L is equals to minus 1. So formula that you will get is rxy of minus 1 is equals to what you will get summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity, right? X of n into y of n minus 1, so it will be n plus 1. Okay, so you are advancing the y of n here. Okay, so what will be the value of y of n plus 1? So y of n plus 1, again the sequence values will be same, that is 0 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on. Okay, origin at 4, so it will be shifted to right by one position, so it will be at 1. So this product sequence I can represent as v of minus 1. Okay, so again origin sample will get multiplied with origin sample in x of n, right? That is, I am multiplying this y of n with x of n. So 1 get multiplied with 1 will be 1, right? Origin at origin. Then minus 2 value is there, minus 2 multiplied by 2 will be minus 4. Then 5 multiplied with minus 3 will be minus 15. And the remaining values are 0 here, so all will be zeros, right? So again 4 multiplied with 7, so it will be 28, right? So minus 2 multiplied by 3 will be minus 6. Similarly 2 multiplied by minus 1 will be minus 2, right? So 2 multiplied by minus 1 will be minus 2. Next minus 1 multiplied by 2 will be again minus 2, and the remaining values will be 0, correct? So again if I add all these values, so I will get rxy of minus 1. So rxy of minus 1 will be, this will be minus 4 minus 10, it will be 18 19, again 15 will be there, and if you again subtract it from 15, so it will be 0. Okay, so rxy of minus 1 will be 0, right? Similarly for L is equals to minus 2, you will find it at rxy of minus 2 is equals to summation n is equals to infinity x of n into y of n plus 2 will be there. Okay, because minus minus will be plus. So y of n plus 2 will be again the same sequence you will be writing, that is 0 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0 and so on. So you are advancing it, so instead of this one, now origin will be at minus 2. Okay, so again this product sequence I can integrate v of minus 2. Okay, so at origin minus 2 value is there, at origin 1 is there, so it will be minus 2, multiplication will be minus 2. 5 multiplied by 2 will be 10, right? Remaining values are 0 here, so all will be zeros on negative side. So 1 will get multiplied with 7, so it will be 7. Then 4 get multiplied with 3, it will be 12, right? So minus 2 get multiplied with minus 1, so it will be 2. Next 2 get multiplied with 2, it will be 4. Next minus 1 get multiplied with 0, so remaining values are 0 in x of n, so all the multiplication result will be 0. So rxy of minus 2, you will get it as addition of these sequences. Okay, so initially the origin at minus 2, so minus 2 multiplied by 1, you have got this minus 2 value, so this was the origin. So if you add all these values to, it will be 4 plus 2 will be 6, 6 plus 12 will be 18, plus 7 25, minus 2 23, plus 10 will be 30, 33 will be result. Okay, okay, so 10 minus 2 will be 8, 15, 27 plus 6 will be 33, right? So it will be 33. So rxy of minus 2 will be 33. Similarly for L is equals to minus 3, you will get formula Rxy of minus 3 equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n plus 3. Again you will write y of n plus 3 as is 0, is that 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 4 1, 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 4 1, minus 2 5, minus 2 5 0, and so on. So in this case origin at minus 2, now it will be at 5. Okay, so again this will y of n plus 3 will get multiplied with x of n. Okay, so I'll indicate that product v of minus 3. So v of minus 3 will be origin at value which is 5. So the origin value in x of n is 1. So multiplication will be simply 5. The remaining values are 0 here. So 0 will be there. So minus 2 get multiplied with 7. So it will be minus 14. Then 1 will get multiplied with 3. So it will be 3. Then 4 will get multiplied with minus 1. So it will be minus 4. Minus 2 will get multiplied with 2, so it will be minus 4. Then again this 2 getting multiplied with 0, so it will be 0. So all values will be 0, remaining values. So this addition will be Rxy of minus 3. So it will be minus 8 plus 3 minus 5 minus 19 again plus 5. So it will be minus 14. Correct? So Rxy of minus 3 will be minus 14. Similarly for L is equals to minus 4, get Rxy of minus 4 as again summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n plus 4. Right, so y of n plus 4 will be, again you will write down the same sequence 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0. Origin will be at this 0 now, and so on. Okay, because it will get again shifted by 1 on the right direction. So again this will get multiplied with x of n. So I'll indicate it as this product sequence will be indicated as v of minus 4. At origin it is value 0, so this will be 0. The remaining values again 0 will be there, right? At minus 1 5 is there, at minus 1 7 is there. So it will be 35. Then minus 2 is there, then 6. So it will be minus 6, minus 2 and 3. Okay, so it will be minus 6. So 1 multiplied by minus 1 will be minus 1. Then 4 multiplied with 2 will be 8. Then minus 2 will get multiplied with 0, so all the remaining values will be 0. So your Rxy of minus 4 will be simply 8 minus 1 will be 7, 7 minus 6 1, and 35 plus 1 will be 36. Okay, so this will be your Rxy of minus 4. Similarly for L is equals to minus 5, you will get Rxy of minus 5 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n plus 5, right? So y of n plus 5 will be equals to, again you will write the same sequence 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 0, and again you will add 0 there, right? Because origin again shifted by 1 on the right side, and so on. Okay, so this is your y of n plus 5. Again the product sequence you can get a v of minus 5. So at origin value is 0, so it will be 0, right? The remaining on values on the right hand side will be 0. At minus 1 0 will be there, so 0 multiplied by any value will be 0. So next value is 5. So 5 will get multiplied with 3, so it will be 15. Then minus 2 is there, minus 2 will get multiplied with minus 1, so it will be 2. Then 1 get multiplied with 2, so it will be 2. Then 4 will get multiplied with 0, so it will be 0, and so on. So it will be 2 plus 2 plus 15, it will be xy of minus 5 will be 19. Okay. So similarly for L is equals to minus 6, our xy of minus 6 will be summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n plus 6, right? So y of n plus 6 will be, again you will write same sequence, right? That is 0 1 minus 1 2 minus 2 4 1 minus 2 5 4 1 minus 2 5 0 0. Origin was at this second 0 in this case. Now it will shift it to the third 0, right? And so on. So again this will get multiplied with x of n. Okay, so I will indicate product sequence as v of minus 6, right? So at origin we will get 0 value, remaining values are 0 on right hand side. Again this will be 0, on this will be 0. This 5 will get multiplied with minus 1, so it will be minus 5. Okay, so minus 5, minus 2 will get multiplied with 2, so it will be minus 4. The remaining values are 0 and x of n on left hand side, so it will be simply minus 9. Okay, so our xy of minus 6 will be minus 9. Similarly, you can identify L is equals to minus 7. Xy of minus 7 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n plus 7. So you will write y of n plus 7 here. So y of n plus 7 will be again 0, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 4, 1, minus 2, 5, 0, 0, 0. Origin was at third 0, now it will be at fourth 0, right? So on. Similarly, the product sequence will be indicated as v of minus 7. So at origin it is 0, so it will be 0. On the right hand side all values are 0. These three values will be 0 on left hand side, 1, 2, 3. Then there is 5. Okay, so after 3 values, 2, 3, 5 is there, 5 multiplied by 2 will be 10. Okay, so 10 will be there. Again minus 2 will get multiplied with zeros, all values are zeros there, right? So 0 will be there on the left hand side, so it will be simply r x y of minus 7 will be addition of these values will be 10. Similarly for L is equals to minus 8, you will get r x y of minus 8 is equals to summation n is equals to minus infinity to infinity x of n into y of n plus 8. So y of n plus 8 will be again, sequence values will be same, only origin will be again shifted on the right hand side by one position, right? So it will be again 0, comma 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 4, 1, minus 2, 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, origin will be at fifth 0 now. Initially it was at fourth 0, right? Product sequence you can indicate as v of minus 8. Okay, so at origin value is 0, on the right hand side again values are 0, on left hand side 4 zeros are there, so 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros will be there. The fifth value is 5, right? So if I am finding the fifth value in x of n on left hand side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it is 0 basically. So you will get multiplication as 0, okay, on left hand side. So you will get this product sequence as 0. So this r x y of minus 8 is 0. So for L greater less than equals to minus 8, you will get all values as 0. So finally you can write down the final result, the cross correlation of x of n and y of n is, that is rx y of L. Final sequence you will write. So starting with the origin value, right? So at L is equals to 0, at L is equals to 0 you get value 7, next value is 13, 7, 13 minus 18. Okay, so 7, 13 minus 18, right? Then at L is equals to 3, 16 minus 7, then 5, 16 minus 7, then 5. Okay, so this is for L is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? At L is equals to 6, it is minus 3, and 7 onwards it is 0. Okay, so minus 3 and 0. So minus 3 and remaining values are 0. Okay, so 7, 13 minus 18, 16 minus 7, 5 minus 3, and so on. Similarly on left hand side you will get value at minus 1 is 0, then 33 minus 14, 0, 33 minus 14, then 36, then 19, 36, then 19, then minus 9, 10, 0, minus 9, 10, 0, and so on. So this is the required cross correlation of the given two sequences, discrete time sequences x of n and y. This is the required answer. Okay, that is 10 minus 9, 19, 36 minus 14, 33, 0, 7, 13 minus 18, 16 minus 7, 5 minus 3. In convolution, we are seeing how to identify the upper and lower limit, that is how to identify the total number of samples in the resulting convolution result, right? And the minimum index from that convolution result will be starting. Okay, but in case of cross correlation, you have to simply substitute the values of L in the cross correlation formula, right? While identifying cross correlation or autocorrelation, you will be simply substituting the values of L in the given formula, and when you will be substituting these values, you will continue this process till you don't get the zero value. Okay, and you will simply perform the shifting, multiplication and addition operation to get the values at different values of L. Okay, and finally you will sum up this result and indicate it as Rxy of L. Okay, that is cross correlation result of the given discrete time sequences. So in next session we will be discussing one more example where we will be finding the autocorrelation of the given sequence, right? So thank you for joining this session.